Okay, let's get this done.
Hey, there you go.
They got dive. They have monkey.
Monkey Deaver.
I'm pushing up. Force that monkey to jump. There they go. Monkey, 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 monkey. Focus on monkey, focus on monkey. Yep.
Okay, so this is already. Wait, hold up. I don't know how to do the comments on screen. I'm just gonna do the comments. Oh, all right.
Yep. They have monkey.
Hey, there you go.
So pre-scouting is always good.
They got dive. They have monkey.
Monkey Deaver.
I'm pushing up. Force that monkey to jump. There they go. Monkey, monkey. Dive. They have monkey.
It's good call it. They're waiting for the monkey to come in.
I'm pushing up.
Yeah, force the monkey to come in. Yep, right here. You guys could drop onto him.
Monkey, focus on monkey, focus on monkey.
Good call.
Yep. Push,
call,
push,
you
push,
force
push
it
it here,
back.
push it here.
Go then, go
Push him
then.
back. Somebody stay on point.
John, the audio.
We're about to
I
work
will
it
when
in
it
a bit.
unlocks. I'll go when it unlocks.
Alright. Monkey,
Right here. Yep. Monkey comes in.
monkey,
Just
monkey,
drop
monkey,
on
monkey.
him.
He's jumping,
Very
he's
nice.
jumping.
Let's punish him. You
Monkey
guys
behind,
that was
monkey
on.
your hack.
I'm
Drop
back,
onto
I'm back.
point.
Staying on point.
I got.
They're in bridge.
With your PayPal, you're just gonna wanna do a lot of spy checking as Diva. Just shooting everywhere.
Wait,
You don't get a lot of overcharge from peppering them. So spending your time spy checking instead.
They're pushing white, they're pushing white.
I'm gonna have demote this fight.
Like here, you're poking.
Okay.
You could be spy checking. Shooting your backline is basically always gonna help. Shooting your backline and the sides of your
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
but just play point. They can't dive us from there.
I got slowed.
Monkey's
Unlucky
gonna
sleep.
jump. Get ready. Diva low DM.
Unlucky.
Monkey,
With your Sherlock.
Diva low DM.
See how far back you're playing?
Diva low DM. Get ready.
See how far back you're playing?
Diva low DM.
Get caught right
Monkey,
here.
that's
He jumps on you. The Winston sees that you're alone all the way in the back like that. You play with your supports. They could have healed you. And then you run from your diva.
ready. Diva low DM. Monkey left side. Diva on the back. Focus monkey behind. Monkey dead. Ana's on the left side. Ana no nade.
Just keep it slow.
I see it. I'm hacked.
I would have beat right here, Scar, but we already talked about that.
DVD.
Right when that barrage ended, or right
Ana no nade.
here. She goes to the barrage, cut LOS. I would have beat right here, and then enter LOS. So then the rest of your team can get beat.
I'm hacked. Baby DVD.
Just keep it slow.
I'm saying
Just keep it slow.
Just play passive here. Just let on. Just stabilize. Diva has no boosters.
Mercy's dead. Literally, you could have called that on as one. Right, you land that on as one, you could have called that out. Just so your team understands that they're weak.
Monkey no jump, right side. He has no bubble either. Look at the monkey. There you go. Die on point, push. It's winnable.
Honestly, don't understand how PayPal got so many kills here.
Yeah, just slow down, just stabilize. Diva has no boosters. Monkey no jump, right side. He has no bubble either.
Okay, so you guys just focus on that monkey together.
Monkey no
Yep.
jump, right
That's a
side.
good call,
He has no bubble either. Look at the monkey.
BTB. You're still doing call it even though you're dead.
There you go. Die on point. It's winnable.
That's so huge.
Fuck.
Good call,
Hold hands.
Grace.
Diva went back to weight room.
Yeah, she's in white room.
Yep, just stabilize.
Diva went back to weight room.
Yeah, she's in white room. They have EMP, tank ults.
They're gonna possibly look for they're gonna look for EMP bombs, so be careful.
Just playing point is gonna be your best bet. Playing out here in the open is really unlucky.
Yeah.
I'm not lucky.
She
She
used
used it
it. I don't
once.
know.
PayPal spy checking that dojo is always gonna be good. This is called dojo, this right arm. Right? A lot of summers like to linger over there because of megas. They like to linger over there, and then they also like to linger on your side of the bridge. See? But just like shooting the general vicinity around your Lucio, your off support, who is defensible, just shooting around him, just making sure that the Sombra doesn't sneak up.
She used it once.
Monkey jump, monkey jump. He's on left side.
And then also playing around your DPS. Sherlock, you see how open you are here? If that Sombra decides to go for you here, who's gonna help you? Maybe PayPal can fly over to you, but he's kind of focused right now.
Or no boosters. I tried. I didn't get EMP'd. Huge.
Yeah,
Or
so
no boosters.
she didn't EMP you.
I tried.
You cancel the beat. You cancel the hack. You go for the
I
EMP.
tried. I didn't
Or
get.
go for the beat, I mean.
I tried.
Cancel it, beat right here.
Did she get anybody?
I have no
And then she got that beat off. You would have been able to save Sherlock there.
Diva no boosters, Diva no boosters.
Oh fuck.
Huge. Diva no DM. Mercy. I got the Mercy,
Nice.
I'll block it. Alright. Look at the DM. Mercy. I got the Mercy. I'll block it.
Where did you go, Scar?
Huge. Diva no DM. Mercy. I got the Mercy.
Okay, you just run it.
I'll block
Bomb.
it. Ana. I missed it.
Okay, so because you missed this shadow here,
I got the Mercy. I'll block it. Alright. Look at the.
go for shadow right there, you miss it. Because you know you didn't get anybody, just back up to your half of the point, and just keep it slow. You force yourself to play upwards, to play forward, and then you also lose LOS of heals from Craze because of this shield.
I got Ana.
Huge.
But like you just put yourself, you put your team into a bad position there.
Mercy.
I try to push an empty shatter.
I'll block it. Alright. Look at the Ana. I missed her.
But like I said earlier, or yesterday, if it's an empty shatter, don't go for it. Just play back. Because a lot of teams like to punish Reinhardt's who try to play into an empty shatter. Right? And then if you get a one-man shatter, but you have to swing, if you can walk forward, if you walk forward in the time that it takes for you to swing 2 hammers, right? If it has to be any more than that, back up. But if it's anything more than that, just play back. Don't go for it.
Look at the Ana. I missed her.
If I got
Break bubble. Yeah.
I got Ana.
Huge.
Really need to take.
And they did use full tank ults, so yeah.
We push bridge and just speed boost and then we
PayPal, that they have a Sombra, try to spy check his demon.
Just
Good, just push left.
we can high noon bridge here. We just speed boost over there.
You guys can just push left and then Deadeye speed boost onto point. Force him to play behind cover. This also works just because you force the fair out of this guy.
Push him, speed.
Either way, you force them on the point, they don't have
Monkey on
roots.
bridge. Monkey. Yep. Diva next.
Good jump onto that, Winston. Michelle, like, you see how easy it is just to, like, stay inside your team? It's like, look, Winston jumps in, Diva has DM on you, you're inside the bubble, you can lay damage on him, and you guys just squeeze him off from angles. But if you were to play back, let's say you're still on bridge, lingering, let's say you're still on the bridge and your team is pushed up, then Winston could have jumped over the wall and just jumped on top of you.
Monkey on bridge. Monkey. Yep. Diva next. I don't.
See? You singled yourself out by blocking into the bridge.
Monkey on bridge. Monkey. Yep. Diva next. I don't
To
know.
be your anti, just keep it slow, dude. Keep it slow. Your anti, you keep it slow. You have to push up a lot. You see how much you push up and you stretch out your backline? Think about that. The more you stretch out your backline, the easier it is for them to get behind you and then just single out a few people. And the further back they are, the less help you and D.Va can help them, as well as your supports.
Yep. D.Va next. I don't know nade. I don't know nade. D.Va no boosters either. D.Va half. Ana's on white. I'm blocking her off. I'm about to die here now. I'm hacked. Monkey back. Break bubble.
Monkey's still on.
I need heals on point.
Coming.
Come on, D.Va and I'm hacked.
Try.
I'm hacked. On white. I'm blocking her off. I'm about to die here now. I'm hacked. Monkey back. Break bubble.
Monkey's still on.
I need heals on point.
Coming.
Come on, D.Va and D.Va no boosters. D.Va half. Ana's on white. I'm blocking her off. I'm about to die here now. I'm hacked.
Yeah, B2B, just play more. Let them push into you when you're playing a dive. As when you're playing Reinhardt against a dive, let them push into you. Keep your team tight, close to you, and force them to dive into something really tight, right?
Do we have here?
But like if you played this right half of the point, you see how like that cover blocks it, slits the point into half. You playing on that half, right? Keeps your Moira and Lucio on that half, right? Where you play, your supports will play, right? So you putting yourself into like an aggressive position puts your supports into a diveable position. No matter what, they're still diveable, but the position that they can actually escape and get help from someone
Monkey's
else
still on.
I need heals on point.
increases
Coming.
Come on, D.Va.
by playing
D.Va
under
and I'm hacked.
half.
Trying BTB.
Very similar to the newest
How many do we
defense.
have here?
It's winnable. We just need people on point.
Ana.
I got hacked.
Ana, back point. Fuck, sorry.
Still winnable.
Alright. Monkey.
Are they down two?
Can we top it?
Yeah. I'm on point. I'm hacked. I can shatter here. I got mercy one. I got hacked.
They're gonna have another EMP probably soon.
I can shatter here. I got mercy one. I got hacked.
They're gonna have another EMP probably soon, and I don't know what they call.
I don't know sleep. We can regroup here. Just regroup. Far left. Here, push left.
Go.
We gotta go now though.
You got code here?
I'll try to touch.
They have EMP.
Yep.
With back here, Sherlock, I mean, if Therese had backed up, I'm confused. I don't know. I think Therese thought maybe she could have killed the Ana and make it a winnable fight, I think is what happened. But if we already made a mutual agreement as a team that it's not winnable, then Therese, you backing up and just helping your team get out alive. Because Sherlock here dying kind of staggers himself and you guys are forced to start a 5v6.
Here, push left.
Go.
We gotta go now though.
You got code here?
I'll try to touch.
They have EMP.
Yep, so starting Cole. Co. That's fine. B2B, just make sure you don't do that. Because let's say the Sombra is playing differently. Let's say she's playing a little more passive instead of off at an off angle. If she's playing within her team, she could just very well, because a lot of Sombras, they like actual Sombra players, will wait, especially if you're running a Doomfist, will just wait inside their team and just wait to hack the Doomfist as they punch in. Right, just sit there and just wait with hack to punch when they punch in. But if like the Sombra was here instead of hacking the Doomfist, because you came all the way so deep, they could have just hacked you and they could have just dropped onto you. The reason why you survived is because you had a shield. If you got hacked, you'd have slept an anti. The Pharaoh would have
D.Va
focused you.
half. D.Va no boosters, monkey no jump. I'm on the D.Va. I'm on the D.Va. D.Va half. D.Va half. Look at D.Va. D.Va. I'm dead.
Too many people. Peak point.
We should have won that. Huge. Huge pick.
Can we get
Winnable.
one? Too many people. Peak point.
We should have won that. Huge. Huge pick.
Can we get
Winnable.
monkey?
Winnable. It's winnable.
Huge. That's 4.
It's so lucky, litter.
Point.
We should have won that. Huge. Huge pick.
Can we get
Winnable.
monkey?
Winnable. It's winnable.
Huge. That's 4.
Massive.
No, monkey now.
I'm coming back from spawn now. I have Shadow coming in.
Very nice. So this map? Alright. Oh. There was one time you got dove and then you split up. I'll just let myself talk. A little bit tighter than we normally do, like more close range together, which is really good. There's a few times that in the fight, our backline would get split up, and then they would just crash into and just break y'all apart and just focus one of y'all down at a time. Sherlock, when you get dove like that by that Winston, there was one time you got dove and then you kind of rolled backwards and you just separated. You made so much space between your tanks and yourself, so you couldn't really get help. So just watch out for that next time. But otherwise, you guys did a really good job. Clutched out.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
They have a Ryan now.
So with here, a lot of teams like to run May. I'm gonna try to pause right here. Alright. A lot of teams try to run May. Whenever you're crossing through those doorways, right, you stretch out your backline, and then it's really easy for their team to do walls. If they do have one, do walls or just push your backline, right, and cut your Reinhardt off, right? Because when you push through here, you're gonna see that. You see how spread our backline is? When you push through this doorway, right? It's easy to, if you push through that door. I see what you're trying to do here, BTB. You're trying to get aggressive on that Reinhardt, make sure he doesn't come through. But you have to remember that his main objective, unless you see him trying to push aggressive onto you, right? Then you can brawl him out. But he's already there at the doorway. His job is just to set up on point. By you pushing through that left doorway and trying to get aggressive on him, you expose your backline right here. Boom. Anti. Right? So just stay consistent on where you're pushing. Because by you pushing up onto that left doorway, your team's going to try to follow you, and it creates a split in your team. You guys are like 3-3, right? Just look. You have about 4 people on that right doorway. You try pushing up to that left one, so your team follows you, right? And then you come back, 3-3, like that.
I don't know.
You guys are
I don't know.
antied, and then they kind of just collapse on you. Like they just brawl you all out. So that's why they win that.
On that because then they're going to be 5v6. She's to the left. She's to the left. I'm hacked.
Here, just keeping BTB up. Just fighting this corner.
They miss nade.
Make it to the left. Make it to the left. Make it a little out of position. Yep. Someone's behind us. We can push this.
Go, speed.
No, push them now. Look at Ryan.
Okay, so yeah, you just play way too aggressive here, BTB. And you're also not pushing the same side as your Cole. So that needs to be communicated. Whenever there's, always call it left or right, or like which chokes to push through, right? Because here, you hard push the left side and then you cross over back mid. I mean, even though you guys slept and antied from that over there, just staying with your team is always good. This is better, right? Because let's say that Ryan had Shatter here. Let's say he had a Fire Strike early on, or he has a Shatter here. You pushing left right there, you could have shattered your whole back line right here. Right here. You could have shattered your whole back line.
No, look at Ryan. Ryan.
Trying
Ah,
BTB,
perfect.
grenaded.
Somewhere behind.
So right here, you just gotta put your team into a
We're down
shitty situation.
You got a mech, you got a mech, you got a mech, you got a mech.
Remember, you're the heart and soul of your team.
Ah, Ryan, can we get Ryan maybe?
So where you play,
No,
they
we're
play, right? But if you go faster than the rest of them, then you just need to communicate it, man. You just need to communicate it. You can play fast, but you just need to communicate it so they understand.
They're safe, but I'm coming back.
Yeah, there's Summers over there
Take it to
now.
me,
They're
buddy.
pushing back.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're talking a lot about like how
Let's be
to
careful
how
what
to be
to do, so.
aggressive, but just
Yeah, read
know,
the
like
so-
let them know
Pushing
where
close,
exactly to
pushing close,
stand.
pushing close. I'm gonna shout it here, so get ready. I'm going for it.
Yeah, they
Hold
just
it, hold it,
EMP
hold
bomb y'all.
Watch out for EMP.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes.
We got Shatter out too.
Yep. No, just count that as a dry push in, easy. No else, no else, no else.
Bomb.
McCree one.
Feet.
Over here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm pushing now. Summer's gonna look to hack me, so get ready. I got four, I got them all.
With here, I would have beat sooner. I would have beat.
Yeah.
You know that we're going for an aggressive
pushing
play
now.
scar,
Summer's gonna look to hack me, so get ready.
so you're just trying to get that beat. Right here, you guys can try to beat right
I
there.
got them all.
Going for an aggressive beat.
Point.
Because you land that
We got
beat
it.
at like a time where,
Get ready.
like this is a bad beat.
I got
Land the
them
beat
all,
right
I
there,
got them all.
and then you keep the Reinhardt alive.
I got them all.
Nice.
You beat right there, you already won the fight.
Point.
You already won the fight, and it was kind of redundant.
Point.
We got it.
There we go.
Diva, out of mech.
Diva.
Stay
Come
on
point, we
point,
play this
stay on
line.
point. We can get aggressive with Reaper ult here.
Oh,
if you
still
want.
not high noon.
we gotta play this.
They still
Like,
got
we can't
bomb.
just let them sit here.
Did
We
they
can't
beat
sit
it
on
all?
point.
You guys did really good on initiating here.
No, I don't believe so.
No. If we can do Reaper first and then get our beat out, we initiate with that afterwards.
I got it.
Okay, so with here, literally just communicate that you go for an early blossom. I mean, I know you communicate that that we need to hold them up there to begin with. But all right, also if the Sombra, whenever there's Sombra touches, let our Lucio go. Let our Lucio go touch it. You can get back there the quickest to do it. Also, let her, if you went for this right here, if that McCree landed flash sooner, and that Diva actually DM'd,
Go for it. I'm here with you. Nice.
then like you would have died right here, and then BTB would have charged in, and then you guys would have both died, right? But you're lucky that the McCree was a little pushed up and had to do 180 and try to flash you, and the Diva missed the DM by a mile.
I'm here with you. Nice. I don't know sleep. I'm on Diva.
So the reason why that was effective is just because they played bad, right? So whenever there's Sombra touches, let our Lucio go. And then just like, we only need one person to touch, right? Preferably our Lucio, just because he can keep himself up and healed. And our DPS can still stay with our Reinhardt and Diva and Moira, just to make sure that they stay up. But let our Lucio go next time.
Wait until they drop. Yep. Go for it. Shoot.
So with here, again, it's just bad Sombra play. The Sombra could have been back there waiting to just hack you out of that Deadeye. So PayPal, when we go for the Deadeye like that, fly backwards towards your McCree, and then just keep an eye out for a Sombra trying to hack him, as well as DMing him and such. But you playing up here, you're not really having any value. Also, just play tight, McCree. Look how spread you are. That Sombra could have very well just kill you right here, right? Our team's pushed up. They can group up real quick, and then you have to come back and tracer. Right? Just play tight. tied it to your diva. Because your diva is going to be the one who can help you the most here. Not your Moira, not your Lucio. I mean, yeah, they can help you, but the best person is going to be your diva. So it's playing relatively close to her. Play in a position where if she jetpacked back from an aggressive position, when a diva goes forward, jetpacks forward, and then jetpacks back, she always lands where her Reinhardt is or where her supports are, right? So just playing in that area, waiting for her, so even when she does jetpack back, whether it's for you or not for you, she's at least there and she can help you, right? But let's say she's aggressive here. Wait, let's say she is aggressive here. She's aggressive right here, right? When she flies back, right? See how you're already in the position where she can help you when she flies back? She flies back to the center of her team, right? But let's say you're still lingering further back. Let's say back here. Let's say just for example, you were back here, right? Even if she did fly back, she still couldn't help you. And at least you might have to burn speed amp on us for early for no reason. Just playing with your team.
I
We
don't
can
know
go
where Shatter's at. I
if
don't know where
they
EMP's at.
if they push bottom here again. We trying
They
to
might have
code lessons here. Code lessons.
In
I
Scar,
might just be ready.
whether it's Scar or Panther or Lucia or off support, keep an eye on your DPS and let them know that they're playing too far somewhere. Okay, so here they deadeye. Say BTB right here when they deadeye here, right? You know what they're gonna do. We know what they're gonna do. Call out to speed boost back and back onto point, right? Speed boost back onto point, right here, right? Speed boost back onto point. They pop deadeye, speed boost back onto point. Back, 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 back. Right? But instead you just say back up,
I hear they come. Here they come. Go for. Go for. Go
right?
for.
In Sherlock's mind, back up it could be towards point or to the left here, but he backs up to the left here just because they're dead-eyeing that route on the way back to point, right? So here we just get split. You see how spread we are? 3 on one side backing towards point and 3 out in the open, right? So Sherlock gets caught just because he doesn't have any movement ability, right? The rest of our team's playing on point and Litter's just hanging out in the back line. So there's really no one else to help you. Right, so you just get pushed here. Now you're down. Litter's coming back in Wraith, right? And our team's playing back. Now we're down at DPS, and they have an advantage just because they caught us out of position. Yeah, this is unlucky.
Point. Final point.
But yeah, this fight is lost just because we didn't communicate how to back up. That needs to be said immediately. Fat Shatter, we just don't have anybody there to hollow up. Happens. Next map. Here it's interesting that we decide to run Pharah on Control Center. That's like very rare pick as far as that goes. But I'd be careful about Pharah on this side. You guys are smart on how to play with it. Like BTB, you play really passive and just let them walk into spam. Is what you did here, and we talked about that.
They might have a main.
Normally it's gonna be Shonen in, and he's gonna be trying to play May or Junkrat.
They have Ryan.
And then I talked to you Shonen. I talked to you BTB and Shonen about how to
Yep, they got a
be running.
Yeah, right side, right side.
Yeah, we can push him point.
I'm getting pushed on.
Okay. But this is also why I don't like playing Pharah on this map. At this point. Because there's absolutely no cover for a Pharah to use. So if they just play back and let their McCree or Hitscan hit their shots, you're kind of fucked.
Ryan can die here. Back up. Play the pillar here, play pillar. We got the point. We're gonna stabilize, so should we? They coming in now? Focus Ryan. They use the wall,
So you just choose to play that pillar, BTB? Just like how you defend Anubis, just like you defend Gardens. Just play your half of the point, especially if you don't have a team comp to be really brawly up front. I'm running Cree Pharah, so letting them just come into damage is more effective.
Final point.
I'm dropping down a bit.
I'm pushing up Ryan. There you go, there you go. Back up, back up, back up, back
Ryan
up.
slow.
Play
So.
pillar, play pillar.
Okay.
Go for it, go for it, go for it. I showed you. Nice,
Good.
push.
Trying BTV.
Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good. Ryan to the left, Ryan to the left.
Ryan, come on, bitch.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're here, I'm here. You still push this.
So PayPal's anti here. Heals need to go on him immediately.
I'm still.
Like, Christ, when we're running Fire Lucio, you're the primary healer when it comes to heals. Scar, also letting your team know whenever you burn amp is good. Say, I have no amp. I can't heal amp, right? Or like, I have no amp. And just talking to your team about abilities that we do have and abilities they don't have either. Right? Those are two things you need to work on. We've been getting better at calling out abilities that they don't have. Now we need to talk about what abilities we don't have. Big abilities such as res, speed amp, let's say DM, things like that.
We're here, I'm here.
Or like low on shield, abilities like that.
Pressuring you, I'm still. I don't know what they
Left.
have. They definitely have nano. I don't know what freeze. I don't know about high noon.
Just like look. Like Chris, you stay stuck on this fair right here,
They definitely have nano.
and PayPal never gets
Freeze,
healed.
I don't know about high noon.
He never gets healed here.
Pressuring you, I'm still. I don't know what they have. They definitely have nano.
And the reason we lose this fight is because she never got healed.
I play close in.
But PayPal, that's also on you. I know you were sick, so you couldn't talk. But just spamming I need healing will also help.
They definitely have nano.
And like you're below half, but you still peek in the open.
I play close.
Right, the second that happens,
I'm gonna let them push in there.
like they're like, that's a huge
They
pick.
down Ryan.
So we just die here because of that. Nothing more than that. We need to be faster in the heals. Like even if they're missing just one health, healing that back is important. Here they can play off with May walls.
They're gonna wall.
You do a really good job here, BTB, at just staying alive.
Right.
I'm just chilling. I have no shield.
Just back up. Yep, huge. They burn 2 ults.
Two ults.
You still have to keep reset.
Reverse. Two ults.
That's just unlucky. Let her.
You still have to keep
He
reset.
just got caught.
Reverse.
We're
down
on
two.
anyways.
Okay.
After
I gotta
Barrage
recharge
on
my
the
shield. I
switch.
gotta recharge my shield. Wait for Diva to come in and then we go in again.
Shatter or bomb. Beat.
Like it's Christ, you need to keep in, like, you need to delegate these heals more. You can't, like, we cannot have someone walk through choke or like start a fight when people are not full health.
I got the Lucio one. May. Push point. Ryan is on stairs.
Still got
Ryan
Shatter.
one.
Like, the only reason someone should die is just we need to be so good at making sure that people are full health that the only reason that they die early is because they're out of position or get lucky headshot, right? I don't need people dying to fire strikes. We don't need that. We don't need someone dying to random spam.
I'm on Diva.
We need people to die. We need people dying because they're just accidental headshots or just because they're playing out of position, not using cover. Alright? Things like that.
I'm good.
But we cannot have people dying just from like them from poke damage.
May Walding.
Right pillar.
I'm good. I'm on Diva.
And going for heavy heals, Grace, is always going to be better. Going for heavy heals to make sure someone stays alive is going to be better than having a pocketing, right? Just be reasonable about that when I say that, right? Don't kill yourself just to keep someone alive, and don't kill yourself just to maintain a pocket, and don't let someone else die just to cover a pocket. B2B, good work here whenever you get walled, right? Just because you didn't land on top of the wall and you're already mostly through, backing up into that left hallway stretches them out. See how stretched out they are? They try to push you, now they're caught out of position.
I'm on Diva.
Now you guys can just squeeze them in. Also, huge Lucio beat. Huge Lucio cancel. Beat cancel with that shatter.
Push point. Ryan is
Or
on
get
stairs.
instinctual call.
Still got Shatter.
Ryan one. Yep, he's
Shatter
one.
bomb.
Alright, they're down. I'm
Playing point.
Wait up. Let me bring litter back.
No. Play point. Let him push and then you go high ground.
Punch into me.
Watch out.
So you hear me call for the Deadeye from high ground?
There's just two of us on point. I don't have anybody here.
They're
If you
coming
recall
main.
for the
They're coming
Deadeye from
main now.
high
They're
ground,
coming.
it's a good idea. BTB, you understand to play back, right, and just let that Deadeye play up there. PayPal, you kind of tell the diva that someone's up there, right? You provoke the diva to fly up there and play high ground, right? And you screw McCree there, right? Second she flies up there, you fly up there to contest high ground. That's good. PayPal, honestly, I would have done everything in my power to try to win that high ground. If you die to diva, you die to diva, but at least you went for it, right? But because you drop right here, right? You drop yourself in a position that's bad, and now you don't even get to do the play that you initially wanted, right? Dropping from high to low, whenever you change elevation from high to low or low to high, right? You change the duration the time it takes for you to get help, right? And you're also, yeah, yeah, you make your from whenever you go from high to low or low to high, whenever you change elevation in your positioning, right? It affects the time it takes for you to get some help. And it also affects um, how the enemy team plays, right? So because PayPal goes all the way from here, because he goes from low to high, right? He has less a chance to get support from our Mercy and Lucio, right? And it also provokes them to try to fly to high ground and contest it, right? If he never flew up there, the diva would have never had the thought to fly up there and contest, right? But the diva flew up there because she saw earlier that PayPal was up
Watch out,
there.
watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. There's just two of us on point. I don't have anybody here.
They make the call out right here that Diva's on high ground. Watch high ground, Diva might bomb from up there, right? You start shooting, you start missiles from that direction, right? The Diva sees that, she DMs it, she tries to fly up there, right? Whether it could be instinctual that she knew that had an idea that the McCree was up there, it might be going for a Deadeye, or also just because you were up there. But it seems like she flew up there and then saw Sherlock. Sherlock crosses the corner right here, sees Sherlock, starts trying to fight Sherlock. You fly there, right? Sherlock, in this event, you're still full health, right? And I just saw your message, BTB. You're you're still full health and your diva's up there, right? Whenever it's a 2v1 situation on high ground, right? You won that high ground. Even though you're low here, you drop right. Wait, when do you even take damage? You start taking damage. Yeah, you start taking damage with it. Diva. BT, the reason I'm streaming on YouTube is because Twitch doesn't let you stream on Share Factory. But it seems like take damage. Seems like you took damage from the
Big
May.
Nano grinding in. He's pushing me. Ryan's standing in front of me. Ryan is standing in front of me.
Ryan, maybe. He's like a shatter. Oh, that was all. Ryan, maybe. He's like a shatter. Oh, that was all I was like.
Yep. So that was just bad play from us. Grace going for reses. Going for reses whenever you're solo healing, right? Go for a res whenever your tank isn't playing aggressive, right? Like we're already hard committed onto the point here, right? And you leave BTB at 2/3 health, right? You go for that res, he gets pushed, he dies in this time. Res goes off, he dies in that time. 2.5 seconds. And what, like 300 health goes away,
Ryan's standing in front of me.
right? You being with him, had you just stayed with him, had you just stayed with the heal on him right here, right? They would have tried to direct some attention onto you instead of him, right? If you know how to super jump, you could have super jumped here and still stay in your backline and still keep a heal on BTB, right? That res wasn't necessary. You effectively traded a Reinhardt for a Lucio.
Let's just stall it as much as we can.
Die on point. We gotta reset. We gotta reset here anyway.
With here, I mean, I wouldn't have Valked. Because you Valky here, it only increases your heals from 50 to 60. kills per second, but it's just you don't really get any value, and then you die too. So,
Alright.
but if had you save Valk, you would have start the Valk. You guys would have start the fight with Valk and Deadeye, and then close to Shatter. But now you guys are only close to Shatter and Deadeye.
They're gonna warm me off here. Oh, no,
You're good.
we're good. We're good,
They're
we're
on
good.
me because they know I'm here.
Yeah.
Also, working on speed boost Deadeye with Dry Shield up is such a good combo because it zones them out, and then we already talked about Shake and Bake.
They're still here. I'm pushing them back. I'm pushing them back. You're good to go if you want. They're on point.
Right
They're on point.
side,
They're on point.
Boom, right here.
I'm shattering here. No, huge. Break the shit. I got
Good
four.
enough.
Got them all.
And then just going for the play here. Even though they land a fat shatter, if you land a fat shatter, they land a fat shatter, just going for the kills and killing as much as possible before they get a bunch of kills is just gonna try to even out the fight, right? Look at this. Look at this. You guys land 2 kills, right? They just got lucky and landed 2 kills as well, right? But because they're so focused on getting their kills, you can catch them out of position, right? Because we landed ours first and we use ultimates first, right? We have more time to get a kill, right? Because they do it reactionary instead of yeah. You made it so that they were reactive to what we're doing. They have to play our game.
So we're grouping up. We're grouping up now. Keep backing up.
But still,
Free.
so going for the kills and trying to even out the fight into a 3v3, right? Or a 4v2 or 2v2, whatever, 1v1, whatever. Going to that situation instead of playing passive, letting them get back up and basically wasting your ult. If your ult is big, right, you got some kind of value out of it, so try to get as much possible out of it, right? You invested, you got a taste of what could happen. Just finish up on it, follow through, right? You already started, follow through. Don't try to suddenly change it. Because if you try to suddenly change it, you cause a divide in your team. Some people are trying to follow through and some people aren't. With this, um, I mean, yeah. You guys are just trying to, you BTB, you're already there.
Block it. May froze me.
You're already there, so you're just trying to block it. But, um, play from, you play right into his face. Right, BTB, you don't need to, you don't need to play that close. Your shield, if he holds it for a long time, can only block one shot. Maybe two if he shoots it fast. Right, but you get the reason your shield didn't break there is because he DM'd it. But you play so deep that May jumps on top of you. If you played right at the edge of point instead, um, if you play right at the edge of point, that blue ring, right? You're still blocking all of his LOS, but then you would also be in a position where you could defend yourself from the May.
Block it. May froze me.
BTB.
Right, because you die here.
Huge.
Right. Now our team doesn't have a center, and our team's just forced to clutch out.
May right side, 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 may right side.
May no wall.
Got her.
Whatever.
McCree left side, McCree left side. On a main, on a main.
Let me just listen to what I said. Good job, guys. Good shit. Honestly, instead, like, flank Deadeyes are really good. Like, from the high ground there, it's a really good idea. But we just have to make sure that we can, like, we just have to win it. Like, if that's the plan, then we have to win it. Yeah, so
Right.
basically what I'm saying is you have to follow
Because-
through. Right? Because what happened is you went up there, and the diva, you went there, and then the diva flew up there, right? And then you were either forced to like fight it out up there and maybe force her to back off, or drop down. And then you chose to drop down, and you just got fucked because you dropped down right when we're all backing up, and you just got caught. Yeah. So, but what's always reliable is just doing that speed boost with the ride shield up. It's so reliable because it either guarantees a ride shield break or it guarantees zoning them out, right? Or guarantees them pushing into you to try to like eat it or block it or whatever. One of those things. the only like real way to stop it is just like Mei wall in front of you and then like back off. But really reliable safe way, just use Deadeye as zoning ult.
Mhm.
Other than that, you guys played a little bit spread, but you guys played really well around that Mei. A lot better than usual. Like you guys were able to capitalize on her burning walls at the at bad times, or like if BTB did get walled off, you were able to stay alive, and then you guys were able to support him. As you guys also didn't dump a lot of ultimates every single time. You guys were really efficient with your ultimates. Just keep ult tracking, keep calling abilities, like calling out Mei cryo and stuff. Or like also calling out when McCree doesn't have flash. That's a really good one. But other than that, you guys did really well. BTB, sometimes you played a little bit too aggressive to my liking, but that's just playstyle preference. Um, if if you're playing more Lucio, you can play more aggressive. But in the event that we're ever playing Mercy Lucio, you have to play a lot more passive BTB because a lot less heals. Like basically
Got
your
it.
only form of heal is from the heal amp, right? And our Mercy is usually going to be off to the side pocketing someone, and her pocketing a DPS is going to be more valuable than her being a heal bot on you. So just
Got it.
your playstyle has to change a little bit depending on what supports you have. So just keep that in mind. For this one, Litter, Doomfist,
Yeah.
um, Sherlock, Ash, we're gonna do Mercy, Moira, Scar, Krace. You guys figure that out. BTB, Ryan, PayPal, Diva.
Yep. So I'm just going through the Hollywood top. How much time I got left? I got an hour and a half to run through these.
You guys just like can all focus the Reinhardt together, and that if the Reinhardt dies, then it's like a guaranteed win on the point, right? So, oh
Uh-oh.
shit, I don't have a pause, but I can just back up.
Wait, who do we just lose?
Let's skip all this. Oh, I talk about second point here.
If you guys kill the Reinhardt as much as possible, but that's the whole point.
Put me in, coach.
I think your internet might have cut.
Or in our more
All stack up on BTB.
better guy. Like,
Okay, in this event, it'd be
Anyhow,
death, not BTB.
defending second point. If you guys all stack up on BTB, make sure they're with you first before you go for it. Call out that you want to go for the payload and try to focus that Reinhardt, right? As DPS, like Ashe and Diva, you guys can play up top, and then like literally you can play with our Rein on point. But
Yeah.
basically, trying to focus that Reinhardt all together, he's either gonna. I'm talking about second point defense. He's either gonna back up or they're gonna use ultimates and try to win that fight, right? But that's what you guys want anyways. We're looking to win, but not really. You know what I mean? If we win, that's great. If we don't, then we got ultimates out of them. But that's the whole point. But essentially, just draining their time bank as much as possible and making sure they don't have momentum. Because a lot of times before on our second point defense, we let them gain all that momentum, right? And then right at the like last 10 meters of second point, they'll just dump six on y'all, right? Like you guys will use everything you guys have, and they'll use everything they have. But because they have momentum, then they're gonna win the fight. So trying to basically basically winning the payload in second point at least once is good. On previous scrims, we have tried being aggressive on the payload, but what happened was our backline would stretch out. Our backline stretched out, and then we had no one on point trying to help. At the time, it was death. Help our Ryan on the payload. But like if we all play tight together and all focus the same thing and say fuck everyone else and just focus one person, almost like a dive, like a brawly dive, um, it'll what do you call it? If you guys kill the Reinhardt, then you guys that's a guaranteed win, or you'll force support ults out or force some sort of other ultimates out of them. But that's the gist of it. As far as third point, I mean we play the best when our backs against the wall. So
Oh, dude, I finally figured out what that fucking tapping noise is. It's like I forgot Scar is doing the MIA spam. Okay, so now that's through. Just wanted to make sure that was on stream.
the event that they're running dive, just focusing whichever tank comes in first, all together as a team, right? And most likely, just focusing whichever tank comes in first, all together as a team, right? And most likely it would be Winston or Diva, but it'd be easier to focus
Me
the
kind of
Winston
spoiling what's
because
happening in this
Diva
scrim,
has 3-second
but oh well.
boosters and all that
Yeah.
crap. PayPal isn't here.
And you?
Now he is.
Wait, yeah, he is.
Coordinating how to control high ground with their DPS, PayPal.
Okay, well,
Did fucking
Monkey.
phenomenal.
Alright, super tight, super tight.
Wasn't coordinated, but Litter was paying
Top right.
attention.
I think
Even though DM, she has no rockets. They have a storm, bro. Be careful. Yeah, she's bottom left. She's bottom left. Get you
Okay,
know that.
also, I want to see this diag punch that Litter did. Oh my god. That's I don't understand how that hit.
Rockets. They have a storm, bro. Be careful. Yeah, she's bottom left. She's bottom left. Get you no dash. Get you no dash. I'm on Diva.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay. Monkey.
He forced the Winston out as Doomfist, which was good.
Oh, what the hell? Where'd he go?
They
have no res. They have no res.
He's one.
Monkey jump.
Or back in.
Get you no dash.
Someone's behind us, Sherlock.
So here, really good
They have no res.
situational awareness, Litter.
He's one.
Monkey jump.
Or back in.
Get you no dash.
You saw that
Someone's
PayPal was up there? So you go
Someone's
up there?
behind us, Sherlock.
Oh,
Okay.
you see them fighting up there?
She's cafe. She's cafe. Second floor. She TP'd out.
You see them fighting up there?
Push her.
You guys call for a rotation.
Welcome.
Ingenious call. So what are they forced to do here? Okay, their option here. They don't know. Winston still thinks you're down there, BTB. But Winston's only option here is to dive that Ash. But because PayPal comes up here, freaking great play. He comes up here to this side. He cancels. He gets rid of that option for the Winston to come in.
Mercy. Got
You guys just squeeze him in. The Mercy gets squeezed into that corner, so they're forced to leave. The Winston wasn't prepared for the Reinhardt to be on the stairs. And you guys just fuck him.
for a bit.
Easy clap.
I'll wing.
They built anything by any chance at all?
No, I don't think so. Honestly,
I don't think
maybe
so.
close to. I think they might be like half
Spy checking. PayPal again.
bomb.
Think about where a Sombra would play. I know you don't play Sombra, but hopefully you watch Overwatch League, or hopefully you've seen Sombra play before, or you can recall old games where you've played against a Sombra, right? Shooting those generalized areas, right? You can catch Sombras. So with here, spamming those stairways, right, is really good. Spamming out cafe is really good. Spamming out back alley is good. And spamming out that first choke is really good. Right?
Maybe close to monkey.
Pushing left. I'm about to drop
What's
the
the
point.
sound
Dropping the
do,
point.
right?
I'm dropping the point. Dropping the point.
Go
Dropping
to the
the point.
point.
I have Valk.
Monkey's looking to dive. Either top right. Be careful.
Yep.
You
Wait
guys,
to...
just
So just controlling the high ground.
It's just YouTube.
Just contesting it just a little bit, forcing abilities out of them.
Even though
Good pull.
He's dashing.
I'm curious for that. We threw Bob here. We missed the corner. Or we throw it at their backline. We force a sleep onto the Honor. You sleep on Bob instead. And you force that Honor to play up. Right? You slow her down. The Nano Blade. They push the backline Nano Blade. Good call out. No dash. Right?
I got Blade.
Ooh, Carace. So with that, they pop Blade here. He swipes, you miss. Yeah, you just got lucky.
Blade out.
You do die, but you're lucky that.
I got the gadget.
You're lucky with that.
We won.
Monkey behind.
Kind of, sort of. With this. PayPal going for the high ground contestants baby do. With this Scar, yeah, you already explained to me that you just lost sight of
Monkey.
you lost sight of PayPal.
Rest?
Fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
I have shot it. Here.
Shoot me.
Hold on. Who's up? Here. Push up, push a little bit
What's
up with
his
him.
name?
I'm
Bomb
shouting
me
here, I'm shouting
in,
here. Yeah,
AP.
push me, push me, push me. I'm shouting here, I'm shouting here.
Okay, so
I'm shouting here, I'm shouting.
if that Sombra decided not to be that far up, let's say she was still back there, she probably would have been shattered, but let's say she was playing more back, more passive, as she should be when playing against the Doomfist. This is just bad Sombra play, but if the Sombra was actually there at BTB, she would have hacked you right here. See that Reinhardt stands up? She would have hacked you right here, now you have no shield, right? I mean, yes, our bomb comes through, which is amazing, but you wouldn't have been able to pin that because you've been hacked.
Huge.
Diva next,
Alright.
Diva. I'm slept. Diva. There we go. Here, stay up here for a bit, get some damage, then we pull back.
EMP bomb still.
Yeah, we'll try to get our bomb fast.
She might hack me, so give it a couple seconds, then we push back.
I'll try to watch your back.
Alright, back up. Diva. There we go. Here, stay up here for a bit, get some damage, then we pull back.
EMP.
Also, Scar has been our primary one on doing ult tracking, right? When he's on Mercy, he can't do that as easily, okay? But he shouldn't be the only one who ever does it. Usually it's just him who does it, and he does it great. But, again, I'm gonna reiterate this. Tanks, ult track tanks, DPS, ult track supports, and supports, ult track DPS, okay? And after every fight, do DPS, or not DPS, supports or tanks. One of y'all two will go, just walk through the list. What tank ults do they have? What DPS ults do they have? What support ults do they have? Just real quick, that'll take 5 seconds of y'all's time, and it's always going to be valuable, right? Instead of just saying what ultimates they have, when you say what ultimates they have, right, each individual person on the team, they try to think about all 6 at a time, right? But if you walk down through the roles, what tank ults do they have? What DPS ults do they have? What support ults do they have? Just like that, right? You allow each person to think about only 2 things at a time. Right? It's like a psychological thing.
EMP bomb still.
Yeah, we'll try to get our bomb fast.
She might hack me, so give it a couple seconds, then we push back.
I'll try to watch your back.
Alright, back up, start backing up.
They got EMP for sure, so just beware of that. They're gonna use
But they
EMP
have
bomb.
no shatter. Yeah, they're gonna bomb with that, so be careful. I'm gonna try to play it close. Oh, there it is. EMP coming in. Careful. Yep.
Okay, so B2B, whatever you know, this happened multiple times throughout the entire scrim. You know that they're going to EMP bomb, so why not play in a position as Reinhardt where you already have some kind of cover to run to?
There it is.
Right? Every single time you're playing out in the open. So why not just preset yourselves where if
I'm holding
you
main.
just assume that you're going to get hacked
I'm
and EMP'd, right? So you can just
I
back
got
to the
you.
cover.
Just back.
If you're going to get EMP'd anyways, right? There's not even a point trying to hold your shield for your team, right? So, and also our team knows that there's going to be an team. If you know there's going to be an EP oncoming, just automatically play by cover.
Everyone's takeout though.
Rhino charge. Rhine one.
Nice. You
Can't help
just
you
go for
beat
the
me.
play there.
Oh, it's okay. I got that. I got purple.
30 seconds remaining.
Even though
This is
the
a great Bob.
McCree behind you guys.
Honestly, if she did the Bob stop
Everyone's
first
takeout though.
and then
Rhino charge.
we're gonna get slept.
Ride one.
I can't help you BTB.
Oh, it's okay. I got that. I got purple.
It got stunned and then slept. On the trajectory of the Bob and where it's going, I think it would have stopped at the car. Ooh, I don't know. It could have passed.
I got purple.
It could have passed the car, but they stun sleep it, and it kind of screws herself over.
Even though
And they're
the
so focused on trying to kill
McCree behind you
you,
guys. McCree behind.
y'all two back there, Ash and Mercy back there.
McCree behind you guys.
It lets the Bob just contest while your Doomfist goes for point, and you guys
If we
fight
can
off.
hold it, I have
Yeah,
shatter
we're still
coming in.
stalling with Bob here, actually.
Huge pick.
I can vote you guys back in when you guys.
It's
get
winnable.
here.
It's winnable. Get in there. I'm coming in with
Who,
shatter.
who cares if we give him a tick or two? Just
Yeah,
play
we're good.
passive.
10 seconds.
Shatter coming in. Be
you guys
careful. Coming in.
Fuck you
Be
guys
careful. Mm-hmm. Look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down. Yo, get this.
Ana.
Who the fuck you think you are? Get the fuck off me.
Trying
D1,
to
D1, D1, D1. That's okay.
Fuck do you think you are?
Look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down. Yo, get this. Look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down, look at down.
Yo, get the fuck up.
Ana.
Who the fuck you think
Oh
you
my
are? Get the
God,
fuck off
it's
me. D1, 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 D1. That's okay. Ryan next, Ryan next. Ryan shouted me.
Okay, so instead of having Diva next, sometimes BTB you
Who
don't
the
need to
fuck you
delegate
think you
who
are?
to
Get the
go
fuck off.
to. Just notifying your team who are where, right? Will be good enough, right? Just saying blah 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 is here. Baby Diva, say Baby Diva behind on me,
D1.
right? And then people can choose to go for them or not, right? When you say Baby Diva behind, focus on them. Let's say our team was following callouts like that, right? What's Crace gonna do? She's gonna whip that fucking Cole behind and look at you, right? And then Wanted's or not Wanted, Sherlock's gonna look behind and try to help you, right? All just for one Baby Diva that you could have handled yourself, right? And I know that you're trying to shield her off and shield the Ana off because you knew that the Reinhardt shattered, which is reasonable, right? But instead of trying to have your whole team delegate attention onto that Baby Diva, instead just go, there's a Baby Diva behind, I need help, right? Or this Baby Diva behind, I'm low, something along those lines, right? Just notifying the team that there is a Baby Diva behind, but not necessarily having to focus on it.
D1, D1, D1.
Right? Or also because you knew that Ryan had Shatter, just telling your team that Ryan has Shatter. Or else
D1, 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 D1. That's okay. Ryan next, Ryan next. Ryan shouted me.
Can't see
Okay.
you. Got your shot.
Baby Diva behind.
Case, come here.
There we
Got
go.
you.
Good shit, guys.
Next
Good
time,
take.
look at that Ana. She was walking straight and she was easily.
attacking. If, and an hour, you need to warm up for my scrim.
No, Zarya.
Yeah.
Everything too.
Doom also.
I'm touching 10 right there.
With here, if they don't have a diva, even if they do have a diva, fuck that. What we could do is we could push on the left side of that white car, shield it off, right here, shield the car off, and we can all rotate to top. Take that back stairway instead of back alley, rotate to top through that hallway, and play off that high
Over
ground.
there?
Right?
Right. I'm coming in with you. I'm helping you out.
But instead, because not enough teams abuse that high ground. If you watch Overwatch League games, they're always trying to win the high ground. Especially in GOATs. There's constant rotations up and down to that high ground.
Rotate back
That's
to
how
point. Go
valuable
back to
it
point. Go
is.
back to point.
And also, us, if we can win the high ground, especially, we can win this high ground, especially if we know that they have a Zarya instead of Diva, right? We can win the high ground, and it's just better if we just push through main, right? Because we can win that high ground and force them to play back.
Pushing in. I'm pushing in main now. I'm pushing in main now.
If I can't see
Doom
you.
top
Exactly
left.
what we
Doom top
do,
left.
but-
Doom top left.
You need to know the reasons why.
I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Ryan. Lucio low. Lucio low.
Sherlock.
Right? We win that high ground, and allow Sherlock just to sit up there for free.
Still have?
And just like what we had problems before, we squeeze them into that cafe.
Ryan no charge. Ryan
We
has no
force
charge. Ryan
them
no
to
charge.
play
He has no
into
ball
that
either.
little tiny area.
Ryan is vulnerable.
Right. It allowed for free punches from our Doom, and allowed our Diva just to run rampant. It allowed Sherlock to just kill anybody who peeked, and allowed you, VTB, as a Reinhardt, just to keep them at
Just
bay.
not back up. Keep backing up. Keep backing up. Keep backing up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Use it. Use it once you get. Use it once you get. It's winnable. It's winnable. I'm on the right.
Peek right.
I tried to counter shatter. I'm cracking it. Lucio. 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 Ryan. 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 No, he caught me mid fire strike. I got him.
Okay, so with this, I guess this is fine, since you survived. Going for that shatter onto the raw Doom, right? I guess is fine. You ensure a pick, right? And you're because Bob's on point, it's already contesting.
I got the Doom though.
We
Huge.
still
So-
wait. We still win.
I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Ryan.
What do they
Yeah.
have?
Oh, the
I
Ana's
really
pocket.
need
It's a
to
good
find
play.
myself.
It's a good play that you did. It's clutch, right? And it's in the moment, right? And you can't ever really reason in those moments whether something is good or bad. It's good just because you get value out of it, right? But it's also bad because of the things that you put at risk for it, right? They're attacking, like
Hero defending. Okay. So the main reason this defense did fail is because the Reaper flank left side
Might push our Ash.
there needs to be coordination from us as a team to tell our main tank to play passive,
You're
and
gonna
then
have to heal a
our
lot for our
D.Va and our
Ash and
DPS
Mercy.
to go push that Reaper and kill him. If we can pull off
Let me
that
know if one of
elimination,
those,
right, they can't really
like the
push
main
up,
Diva,
top part.
Diva,
right? I mean, they might call for a push,
Ryan.
right? But if we can get a
You have
early pick like
Lucio,
that,
Doomfist
or
also.
fight,
I don't know
and just
sleep.
keep
They
our
have a May
Reinhardt
also.
on a
Doomfist also. Doomfist also. I don't
just keep
know
our Rein
sleep.
playing
They have a
passive
May
and
also.
backing up,
They're
then
pushing right. They're pushing right. They're
keep
pushing
our Rein
right.
kiting
Play
while you
pillars.
guys are
Play
trying
pillars.
to deal with that Doom or that Reaper in the backline. It's good.
They have a Reaper.
They're coming in now. They're coming in now.
Here, they're coming. Let them through.
They're looking for a wall. They're looking for a wall.
Because if you didn't let them through, right, that Reaper would have TP'd behind. Let's say you tried playing tight at that choke, BTB. It's very similar, stretching out that backline, right? It's really good. And stretching out their backline, just like second point. Anubis, just playing like that, BTB, that strat of just letting them through the choke and just stretching out their backline like that, not necessarily letting them through the choke, but forcing them to play split in the choke, right? Having some in the choke, having some not, having some in front, and having some behind, stretching out their backline like that, it allows for mistakes to happen, right? It forces sometimes an uncoordinated team, right, will have their areas of focus at two different spots, right? And also, it's and also, sorry, I'm distracted. Uh, is it they're not it's unconventional, right? E- Like your first thought when you enter a choke is that there's gonna be some big ass brawl here, and that it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and that's what they're prepping for. That's what they're mentally prepping themselves for. They weren't ready to walk through this
They're
choke so
coming in now.
freely. That Reinhardt didn't know what to do. Like he's coming through, he's like, okay, they're just letting us through. Let's push up on them, right? But he completely forgets that there could be even a possibility of a flanker. Um, and like
They're looking for a
their healers, right, and their DPS are so focused on helping their Reinhardt play aggressive, right? It allows them just to forget to peel,
I dropped.
right? So it sets up opportunities for your DPS to go for a play.
Rhino shield. Rhino shield.
Nice.
Huge. Here, push shotgun again. Push shotgun again.
Okay, so we don't know the Reaper.
There's a Reaper bottom left.
There's a
Reaper left.
There's a Reaper left side, right? Here, BTB, you can go, D.Va Doom Ash, like everyone like D.Va Doom Ash and Mercy, go push that Reaper, right? Go push the Reaper. I'm just gonna play passive and let them through the choke. But try to get a kill on that Reaper, or like that Reaper needs to die.
Careful with the Reaper.
Not only you just have to say that, BTB, but if no one else on our team is gonna talk and you're the most vocal one,
Careful with the
just say
Reaper.
it for your team.
Alright, just come
Truck,
back, just
where'd
come
you
back. Don't worry about him.
Yep.
If he when he peeks, don't worry about him. When he peeks again.
We're saying just don't worry about it, right? Let's him go for the play. Why not initiate? Why not let him? Why let him do anything? Right? Kill him early. Now they're trying to come in. Right? You guys already caught a position in a 5v6. You guys can run him through.
I got the point. Back to the point. We're down one. We're down one. We're down
Right.
one. We're down.
What happens here? The Reaper teleports across. Now he's dominating high ground. There's no way in hell our D.Va can win that. Right? Our D.Va boops him down. Right? But he just boops him down. He just booped the Reaper down into our team. Right? So I'm not saying that that's a bad play on PayPal's part, but I'm just saying that if that Reaper had died,
TP up for a second.
right, our Ryan
I
would
was
have never
dead there
died,
anyway.
or it would have taken longer for our Ryan to die, right? So instead of them winning the point at 2 minutes, we could have won the fight at 1
I
minute.
don't know about that.
No,
Or
leave
lost the
it.
fight
No,
at 1
no.
minute.
Did they use any ults yet?
I'm going in then.
Like whenever you're playing 2CP, hybrid, or payload, then the real objective, right? I mean, yes, it's great if you hold them early. It's fucking amazing if you hold them early. Right.
I'm
But
going in then.
in reality, The real defense is just holding them off
by
the last
yourself.
checkpoint, right?
Alrighty.
Winning
Just
the defense. Can
say,
you go
no,
Kree?
back up.
Winning the defense on second point, right? If being able to successfully defend second point or third point if payload or hybrid,
But play
Go on,
right,
go on,
close,
go on.
because
is
I'm a shatter him.
technically
Shatter
a
him. Get ready.
defensive win.
Play up.
It's a win overall,
What else
But-
do they use?
right? That's like that's like a good defense if you can defend them off that last point, right? But and obviously defending them on the beginning points is even better. Um, but like just giving yourself time and forcing them to burn ultimates just to win that first point,
Go for it now. Go
right?
for
And
it.
extending
Big, go for it.
how
Bumpy
long the
guys
game
are-
is as a defense
Line
is
one,
what
line
is what
one.
makes your
Somebody's playing more.
last point
Line one, there we
defense
go.
easier.
I called it 407 and stuff.
Worlds here.
And then just communicating when we use sporals is good.
They got
That
Doom
happens.
Pistol for sure. They
Yeah, I haven't seen them use anything yet, so I don't know.
Right here. You can do it now if you want.
Here,
Nerf this!
with here, I wouldn't throw bomb that deep. What you could do is let them through, get closer to that main first choke, right here. Then you can throw bomb, right? But you throw it back here, they have a lot of cover. You throw it up here, they have to push through the choke or use those pillars. Not many options really.
Nano,
Reaper
take
behind,
me.
Reaper behind.
Nano.
Yep, there he is. There he is. He's on me. 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 I'm
Trying.
dead.
But because you guys use it so early, they're able to get their abilities back and health back and like they stabilize before pushing through that choke, right? But if you can throw bomb late or a little bit later, throw bomb when they're here, they're at the choke. Maybe you can get a pick, maybe you don't. You can catch a pick, right? You can maybe get a pick or force them to have to restabilize in the choke instead of off the
On the
choke.
point. Reaper behind. Reaper behind.
Nano.
Yep, there he is. There he is. He's on me. 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 I'm
Trying.
dead. Huge picks. We're even. We're even.
Bombs out.
Point.
Sherlock literally just pops off.
Huge pick.
Litter pops off and Sherlock follows up on Litter's
I'm coming in
kills.
from the left side.
God damn it, what are you?
Point. Don't. Nice. I'm coming in now. Diva.
Things are this actually?
Diva one. There she is. We can stagger her, yeah.
Okay. She's one.
That's okay. Okay, doom bottom. I got you.
Is my will.
As far as this goes, yeah, going for that Deadeye.
Rhino shield.
Shield and Deadeye right
Actually,
here.
stay up here. Yeah, huge.
Forces them to play in that cover. BTB, I understand what you're trying to do, but realistically, it's a terrible idea, right? Let's say you get that pin through, right? I mean, you push up. It's just I don't in my head it just ever seemed like a good idea because if you get through, right? There's still a possibility that Diva gets DM the Reinhardt or whoever gets pinned through, right? And there's still a possibility that the Rein can counter pin you, the Doom can punch you, right? And like, let's say, I'm pretty sure you didn't know that the McCree was in there or not. But if you came through, the McCree could have flashbanged you.
I have shadows coming up. Doing no punch.
I'm gonna look for a Valk.
I'm dropping on.
It's a good idea, but it's very unreasonable, and you're costing so much to get it
Coming in now.
done.
He's coming in now.
Are they gonna take space for
Also,
that?
the reason why we were saying that they should have pushed in with that meteor, right? They're distracted with litter. They're trying to peel for their backline for litter, right? And they're just trying to stabilize their health.
Focus Ryan shield.
They're just trying to do back up together.
He's saving the shield to block.
I'm going
Huge.
res on litter.
Nice.
It's a force beat out of that.
I got the Ryan.
You're naded.
I'm staying on point. Ah, fuck. You know.
With this BTB, you land shatter right here. One hammer swing, two hammers. I mean,
That's 3 hammer swings. He fell off the bridge. 1, 2, 3, right? In order to get to him. Whereas if you just shouted him and played safe, right? Because you get caught pushed up on the bridge and you have to come back to the bridge, right? Where if you just stay in the bridge to begin with and just play back, right? It's fine.
I got the Ryan.
You're needed.
I'm saying no point. Ah, fuck. You got me with that. Huge pick.
Stagger Diva, don't kill.
Because you already forced beat out of them and you already killed the Doomfist,
With that.
right? And you know that they're already
Nice.
spread out.
I got the Ryan.
You're needed.
I'm saying no point. Ah, fuck. You got me with that. Huge pick.
Stagger Diva, don't kill her.
Ryan left side. Yeah, shot it.
Right, so
Point. Ah, fuck. You got me with that. Huge pick.
Stagger Diva, don't kill her.
Ryan left side. Yeah, shot it.
Yeah. Thank you, that's good.
I don't know.
Yes.
Doom ult him.
They're
If you
pushing
want.
left. They're
does.
right side. They're pushing right. Bottom right.
Okay.
Come here. Let him push in.
okay, so here BTB's gonna be just playing halfway on the midpoint. That's what we're gonna be doing from now on. We're just gonna be playing at this midpoint and not playing at that choke. Because this is gonna stretch out their backline. And it allows us to go for off angles and plays onto their backline. Because like now, because they have a Mei, like we're forcing that Mei. She can't even get any value if she wanted to without Mei wall.
No.
If anything, it gives you more of an opportunity.
No, back up. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it there. Let him push.
The reason we don't want to fight in there is
There
just
we go.
because it's just a clusterfuck when you fight in there. So just letting them get onto point like that, right? Because they don't know what to do here. Look, teams like always expect to fight at that wall, right? And they're looking for Mei walls. They're looking to like make opportunity with y'all playing aggressive, right? But just play your half. Your real objective is just burning their clock into overtime and just defending that point for as long as possible.
They're gonna break my shield.
They're looking
Down,
to win a fight, but you extending the chances of them getting to win a fight just gives you guys more of an opportunity to defend.
Div on me.
Right? You force them to play so spread, right? Look how stretched out they are. Playing on a fucking Congo line, right? Their Ryan's all the way up there. Now their Diva is all the way over there. Their McCree's right there. Their Mei's right there. Their Ana's right there. Their Lucio's caught out of position, right? Like, look, they're playing on a line, right? But us, we're still grouped up.
Break my shield.
Down.
They push past their own Mei wall.
Div on me.
I have a Ryan on me.
Ryan one. Right can I. Red Ryan. Diva next. There you go.
No.
Push Diva. Just a man. It's the Mei on the right side.
Yes, you guys just swallow up. Same thing.
May you use the
Can't
wall.
even
I'm
use
shouting
the
here.
You just land shatter here. Again, like I talked to you before. You have to swing your hammer out 1, 2, and then 3, right? Your third hammer swing will be at the choke, right? So look, and then you're playing past the halfway point. Now that Mei's got a freeze on you, she's gonna burn Blizzard defensively, so you can't push up, right? And you're fucked, right? You're playing in an off position.
Chill.
They beat it. I was frozen for like 3 years. Holy shit. I'm out of there.
Alright, but you very well could have survived. Like, very well could have played in a better position. Right? Because the reason that Reinhardt shatters you is because you're frozen tied up there. But if you just played back, just think about where you would have been if you just didn't go up. You've been here, right? That Mei would have never even tried to go for a freeze on you. That Mei would even, you could bait going up, right? Stop, shield, and then just back up, right? Just poke a little bit forward right here. Shield, poke, like, just shield up right here. Right, scout if anyone's even to your right first. Probably would have seen the Mei.
I'm shouting here. I got the Ryan. Go for it.
Right, she uses Blizzard there because you play up.
Go for it. I got frozen. Huge.
Chill.
They beat it.
That Ryan would have never shattered.
I was frozen for like 3 years. Holy shit. I'm out of there.
If you weren't up there.
Huge.
You would have
I'm
held
gonna
it.
red Sherlock.
Anna getting aggressive.
The reason why y'all win this is because Sherlock
let me
pops
push
off.
down.
I'm switching the ball here. Just stalk
The
him.
the diva chokes and misses DM.
Just stalk him. Huge picks. Anna. Massive.
I'm gonna have Doomfist out here. Just give him whatever you need.
I'm contesting here as much as I can.
That Doom.
Not right side.
Don't worry, I'm doing some nutty gameplay here. Don't worry, we're good.
Do you think this could
I'm
answer?
not dead. The D bottom.
She's got a mech.
We're good.
Stack. I don't know, she's...
Yeah.
They have a far.
There's gonna be PayPal. You're on peel duty. PayPal. You're on, and then BT. Scar's gonna be up there on top right with you, trying to. The reason why I called for a Hanzo here is because we couldn't do a Junkrat. But normally Shonen would be in here and he'd be playing Junkrat. Isaiah, yeah, I know. Basically, it's because they have a main tank player on Diva. That's why. Basically, try to protect your Ana, and then BTB. But Shonen's anyways, right? Shonen's gonna be here. If they're running dive, they're gonna be trying to contest both. And we're gonna try to get that top right or left side. BTB, if they're holding, if they're not holding that main side, then we can push. We can push left, right? If they're not holding that first choke on height main, then we can push left, right? If they're holding height main, then we can push right side through mini and then to the top high ground. That's what we want anyways, right? But if they're not holding that mega, that's their fucking fault. Oh, you guys are gonna work together on that top left high ground I told you guys about, right? Keep it slow. The opportunity here is just waiting for this good opportunity to come in when they're burning resources.
Borrow.
Let's get through this first fight. But yeah, just in the future, don't push through that. If they're not holding that if they're not holding that first mid part, that means they're either holding point, which you will see, or they're holding that right side. If they're holding right side, push left, easy club. If they're holding left side, push right.
Oh, nice pick.
The thing is, I'm gonna run you into a spam corner.
Nope, I'm out of there.
Instead we can push. Instead, push left side. We can take left side high ground.
Alright.
Don't even push right.
You don't have to use healers there.
Scar, you could maybe go Lucio if you feel like you're gonna get those.
I'll try it. One more.
Here is just waiting for them to play out of position. Like it's good BTB that you played slow here. Because it put their fire out of bad position. She forgot that we had a Widow. Right? You just play slow here and you just wait there kind of on the mega and just wait. PayPal, really good job waiting on the peel. For Widow.
Wait, Ana's top right by herself.
Alright. Look, that Farah just forgets. She's looking for poke. She's looking for sightlines. Right? By having that, gives us an opportunity.
The far shooting me. Huge. You see, Ana, look at Ana top right. Look at
Monkey sleeping, monkey sleeping.
Monkey, I'm on.
Lady monkey, get at him.
Look at that. You guys just play to their mistakes.
Don't worry about me.
Ana top
Keep
right.
fighting,
Ana
keep
top
fragging.
right.
Terrace got me.
Nice,
They got too hungry for kills.
Baby
Just screw
Diva.
themselves over.
There we go.
But here, you guys have 5 minutes to push 1 point. Not even a full point, just
Hey, push
like
left.
half
left,
the
left.
point.
I'm going left.
If you guys just try push and extend the fight, right? Hell, what we could do is we could dump tank ults. We could dump tank ults,
Hey, push left.
right?
Left.
And then
left.
push
I'm
left.
going left.
Like we can burn walls and then you can try to fight for primal. Not even. But basically, if we dive their supports here, look, think about it. They have ultimates, right? We know they have ultimates. They lost that first point really fast. Dry push, right? Then we come back at 4 minutes and they're low on ults, or at least we're even on ults, right? If we dive the Mercy here, right, we can force Falco out of her. And if you dive the Mercy here, they're probably gonna burn Nano. I mean, they do burn Nano.
Kind of pocket you guys up there.
Mercy's half.
We're just going balls deep with that Mercy
Push
and just dry pushing into her.
I'm going right.
Huge.
Right? Look at that. We gotta pick what they're gonna start doing.
Yeah.
They're looking at an opportunity to take advantage to even out the fight, right? If Sarah, she's like, our Ana's dead, I need to hurry up and go, right? And our Summer's coordinating with her. Their Summer's coordinating with her, right? They both see the Widow in the background. They go for the play.
There she is.
Right? We should try push them.
Yeah.
Ready for it?
They
forgot her
completely
name,
try push
Farah.
it. Even though we got picks, keep trying pushing it.
I'm gonna go fucking Doomfist again.
Terrace, blood beam on me behind you.
Let me know if you need.
Here, we only got one ultimate.
Is that the call? Or no?
Summer's bottom right here, Mega.
But try
It's not
push
drop
again.
pushing handling the will.
Try push again. You guys know they still have ultimates. Try push again.
Huge.
Look, that Mercy's dead. They have to burn Nano.
Pushing main then.
Monkey's
I'm gonna
off
go
hard
top.
time.
Monkey left side, monkey no jump.
Any kills.
Didn't have
They
no
just
monkey.
go for a play. You force them to try to go for a
Come on,
play.
Ana.
Just try push and try to
I
get
know one, I know
one
one, I know
pick.
one, I know
One
one,
pick
I know
and
one, I know
forces
one.
them
I'm going
to
to
get
you. Never
the
mind.
burn ultimates.
McCree one. McCree's getting pocketed.
You do
We're
not
down
have,
two.
Like, it's fine, just
You're
lose
getting
this.
down.
Monkey.
Lose this.
Shark,
Just
I'm
lose
fine,
this.
buddy.
You just try to get as much
We're
ultimates
down
out as
Oh,
possible.
hello.
If you guys
We
still
don't need
have
healers. I don't
even
think.
right when you guys lose this, you'll still be pushing in at 3 minutes.
Whatever it was worth.
Right? We're already
Yeah,
calling
I'm
it.
backing up.
Like, because dive isn't working, dive is going to be hard to play on this second point.
We can switch
Just
over
switch
to a
over to a
Rhine
Rhine top. Yep. Switch over to a Rhine top and then push hard left.
EMP, right?
Right? Hard left and then try
Lucio's
pushing in.
one.
Just
Oh,
keep
it
fucking
does.
dry pushing.
I'm backing up.
Just keep dry pushing.
Get
Jane,
far
build
back
your
here.
ultimates, force them to use ultimates. Just keep dry pushing. Right? Bait them into
Yeah,
thinking that they have an opportunity to
There.
go for something big.
I'm gonna go left and see if I can get
We're dry pushing this
I'm
one.
gonna get super aggro here. I'm gonna just fuck anybody I see.
Somebody no TL.
I'm going in. Diva.
Just build your ult charge.
There it is.
We got EMP out. They lost their win condition. Alright, they burned primal, they lost their contest.
Nice.
Get that time.
Like, just die as fast as possible. Let's get out. Okay. Cool. We're here again, right? We have Valk.
Push. Well,
You
we
have
can
Diva
push left
Bomb.
again.
We have
Wait,
Jedi.
wait.
We're half on Nano. We're half on Doomult. We're half on Rhino. Huge, dude.
Shouldn't
Fucking
serve.
huge. They don't have EMP.
Okay.
Hell, they don't even have Bomb. They don't have Primal.
Yeah.
They can't contest. All they can do
Come left. Just come left.
is go for a Nano
Can't
on
farm me. Come
Winston and
left.
go for a zoning Jedi.
Oh, shark.
After
left,
if you guys
come
can
left.
survive
Just
and
come
these two
left.
out, right? Then you're set. Maybe they're gonna throw
Get
Bomb.
ready. I'm coming.
Right?
I'm going
That's
in now.
exactly
Going in
what
now.
they do.
Going in now.
They go for the Jedi zone.
I can't see
Oh,
him.
shield. I'm blocked it here.
They nano. They tried nanoing Winston here, but they nano Diva instead. They tried nano Winston here. They get nano Diva instead.
Break bubble.
Yeah, I'm breaking.
Trying to fight that out. You guys
Diva,
keep it
Diva,
slow.
AT, Diva, AT.
Keep it slow. Keep it
Moved
slow.
out of the way. Monkey.
Slow. The Winston's fucked up. Winston hella
He's one.
fucked up. Alright, just keep it slow. They bird
I
bomb.
got it. Don't worry. We're
Alright,
good.
we survived that. Huge. We're up. We're hella up.
Alright,
Alright, just keep it slow. Keep it slow. Make sure everyone's full up.
Got you, BTB.
Nice.
I have
Bird
nano,
bomb.
BTB.
Zone him out.
BTB. You stay where I
He's
can
caught.
enter.
Nice.
Winnable.
Good job, guys. You guys were able to stabilize after that like long fight in the left room. Like you guys were able to like just stay, keep it. You guys kept it slow, which was really good. It's not often that we see that. So yeah, that's it. I have Junkertown and Ilios. Junkertown's just a hot mess, but I don't have time right now to go through Ilios or in Junkertown. That'll be my next VOD though. But overall, good job and keep it up. I'll be posting this in the channel for y'all.